There's like this thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies of Wilcock, and why did it sound one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
Oh my gosh, all right, hey, come on, all right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It's Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. Who's this person? That was an accident. How'd she get in there? That was an accident. I don't know how that happened because I didn't touch it. That's all I know. It just magically appeared. I guess I have magic finger. Maybe I touched the keyboard or something, because you have to hit shift and a letter to make that open up. Anyway, here we are. It is Tuesday, March 8th. Pisces are alive and kicking and having birthdays all over the place. Happy birthday, David Wilcock. Damn it. She's what, 56 today? How old is she? 50? 60? Hey, Ian. You knew I was going to say that. That's what you meant. He was making a prediction. I know what you're going to say tonight. That's right. $1.50 from Ian McFadden. I don't know how to start the show there with the super chat thing there. You laddie. Appreciate that. Mucho gusto, Generoso. We're going to give you one of these. Hey, look. A one. A quid, a half quid. Thank you. Mucho gusto, Generoso. In the beginning of the show, that's right, we are a super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App, and patron-supported shows. So, yeah, we got Goof On Lives. What a great, successful evening it was last night, being on Goof On Lives at 11. You know that starts 2 hours after we start here. 9 here, 11 over there. And that show is strictly for you. Has nothing to do with me. I'm just setting people up to talk. And I want you guys to create the conversation from this show, if you can. If you can't, then, let's talk about something interesting. Stu Gerson with a mighty daughter. He's supporting the show like always. The giant, the man, the creator of all things huge. Stu Gerson, thank you very much. A continuing supporter of Goof On. We'll give you one of these. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto, Generoso, and a continuing supporter of Goof On and Goof On Lives. Thank you, Stu Gerson. Who the heck's this guy? I know who this guy is. What are we doing? Tonight, it's a super chat night. Thank you very much. Mr. DB Cooper, I'm just taking it, man. Don't get snipey with me, lad. Well, I shouldn't say that. You are supporting me. I appreciate that. Nah, mucho gusto, Generoso. Mr. DB Cooper, the biggest, well, almost as big as Stu Gerson. Nobody's bigger than Stu. Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper77, for the $10 super chat. Just take it, he says. Goosh, all over Superman's cape and the S on his chest. Mucho gusto, Generoso. That was weird. Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper. Good to see you back in action. You were gone for a while there. We thought you died. We thought you offed yourself, but Terminators cannot self-terminate. That is correct. Thank you for that. FAP? I think I see something. Coral? What is that? Oh, I'm probably seeing it before you. All right. That's right. Too much Dodger blue. I actually had you in mind. Every time I see this shirt, I have you in... It's not that I mean to have you on my mind. It's not like a Christina Gomez thing where I'm fantasizing about your chesticles there. Oh, no, he did it again. Oh, my God, open mouth, insert foot. Ugh. Sorry. Thank you. Mr. F.A.P. in the house with a $20 super chat. I better turn the volume down on me right now. Thank you, FAP, for the $20 super chat. Too much Dodger blue for you? Well, that's okay. We'll switch it up for you then. Hey, good all over Dodgers. The Dodgers. All right. I just grabbed a hat that was in front of me. It's not the right one I wanted. I thought it was, let's see which one. I thought it was, no. Oh, yeah, that's it. This is the one I meant to wear. So, tonight we've got a couple of things to go over, as always. Nothing short of fantastic information. You know, I don't like this term that I'm hearing, and I know I'm part of the problem, and I don't want to be, but it is be. Garbage ufology. Garbage is a term, or something like that, or trash, something having to do with the things we talk about that don't really get us any further along in disclosure. Stu Gerson with $2. You want the chickens? Oh, you son of a beep. Oh, I know what you want. You don't want the chickens. I know what you really want. You want the chickens, right? There you go. You got it, Stu Gerson with the $2 chicken chat. Hey, it's chicken chat. You got the chicken chat. That's new. We now have chicken chat. Jeff Garvey with the $5. Hey, all over UFOlogy super chat, super sticker. Right after this. I forgot how fast it goes. I know, and I just heard it. I got done working out and got home at 1:45 top of the hour. It's like 25 minutes ago. And I'm still pumped, still with energy. And I got to drink this stuff within 30 minutes because that's when usually an hour and a half after you're done working out, you're supposed to eat your protein, have your meal. So I'm having a shake, which was already pre-made. And I chug them down usually in the first 30 minutes of the show. And then I have the coffee here. I'm trying to stay away from sugar. I have Crystal Light in here. I just made it. And I've got coffee over here because we're going to be here for 3 hours. 4 hours. We got the other show after this. Tonight, Elizondo's narrative magically changed. Jeff Garvey, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. You are a continuing supporter of GoofOn. For sure. I appreciate it. Mucho gusto generoso. So let's get Lue's narrative we're going to talk about. This is weird. I am seeing something that is frightening to me right now. Very frightening. Very frightening. And what else are we talking about tonight? Let me clam this thing up. Aliens use the law of attraction. They would have to. Isn't that what Lue says? That's the new narrative for Lue, right? That let's talk about it. Roll call first. Barry White. What's up, H. White? Welcome to the show. Dorothy Hawkins. Welcome to the show. Graham Pattison. Welcome to the show. How are you? William Bonney, 420, welcome to the show. Best name ever. IR Film, welcome to the show. See, I chugged that. Now I'm having regurgitation effects. IR Film, welcome to the show. Marvin Dale Likens Jr., welcome to the show. The beautiful Felicia Flores, welcome to the show. That's not sexist. I don't even know what she looks like. It could be a he, for all we know. Black Lotus Productions. What's up, friend? Welcome to the show. Lisa M. I like Captain America and Captain America / Share. Share America. There you go. I know. No. Great hair. Aaron McCabe, welcome to the show. Tuesday is Lose Day. Wow. Maybe we should just make Tuesday Lose Day. And this way you don't have to hear me talking about him any other day. How do I not talk about Lou? It's so hard. Every day there's something new. Somebody sends me something, and it's very hard for me not to talk about the most popular dick in ufology right now, other than Will Dick. That's not nice. I shouldn't say that. But he is. Why is he a dick? Because I said so. Commander Millarn, welcome to the show. Kepsa. What's the narrative it used to be? UFO threat? We have the new one. Nice. Yeah. We'll talk about that for sure. You got it. Welcome. Raymond Laurence, welcome to the show. Hey, Coraline, welcome to the show. Samo, what's up? I was away for the weekend camping. Oh, good. Oh, great. Look at that cake. That looks like a cabin cake. Catherine Splashington. Got to keep our eye on this one here. Catherine's seen her around, or him. We don't know. Eric 81872. Been a minute, man. How you been? Welcome back. MEM Texas. Welcome back to the show. Tacey Hale. How you doing, Tacey? Welcome to the show. Mr. Yates, Brian, how are ya? All right, Cricket Lulu. That's a great picture. Hey, I have one like that. I have a picture. Did you... Wait a minute. What's going on here? I'm going to pull something up right now. Keep that there. Keep that right there, Missy. I've got something to show you. No, my photos. Here we go. I got to show you this. If I don't show you... Oh, where's the other one of me? I've got to find it. Hold on. Oh, this is so annoying. Wow. Well, I have one similar. Yeah, but I'll show you this one. I know I wasn't the only one doing that, posing with the alien. But I was doing it 2000 and where? Here we go. Let me pull it up. This is in my Facebook pictures. I also have one where I'm mad. I'm looking at the alien and I'm yelling at him. Well, you can't see me yelling, obviously, but here we go. There we go. See? That's like... Well, it's not from 2021. I can tell you this. This is about 14 years ago. Yeah. That's funny. What a jarhead. All right. Anyway, let's get to the show. Mr. FAP with another $5. Why is this keep popping up? Hold on. There we go. I fixed it, Coral. Yeah, I don't know why that was popping up like that. I'm not doing it. I don't hit those buttons by accident. They're usually with purpose. You can't do it on accident if you're not moving the mouse. It's weird. FAP with the $5 saying, hi, Felicia, instead of bye, Felicia. Thank you for the $5 super chat. There you go. It's raining coin. Hallelujah. It's raining coin. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. FAP with another supportive super chat saying hi, Felicia. So the narrative has changed. And I will talk about that in a moment. Wait, what was I just talking about that I wanted to keep talking about? This is what happens when I interrupt myself. Hold on. there was... Yeah, I got Dennis yesterday. I thought I saw somebody else with a, what do you call it? PayPal thing, but it's not. It was something else. So, Lou, yes, Kepsa, was talking about the threat. That was the first thing Lou spoke about, remember? When he came to TTSA, it was all, we're going to do some things that have never been done. He thinks he's done more than Greer, from what I heard, in this field. And not from the people who think that I heard it from them. I've heard this now from like 4 or 5 people, to where Lou yeah, that's right, I can't say that. Oh, I thought I just heard something come in. Marie Jose Sproul with $2.52 on PayPal. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto, generoso. I appreciate that. Let me do this. Well, thank you, Marie Jose. For the $2.52 PayPal. I can't think. I appreciate it. Mucho gusto, generoso, a continuing supporter of Goofon, as always. I don't know, man. What's going on? All right. So, back to normal. That's what I was going to say earlier. I knew it would come back. Garbage ufology, I think is what it's called, or trash, or where the discussions that we have on this show sometimes aren't productive. Some people don't think they are. My point is this. I'm here how many hours a week? Just almost 2 hours every night, trying to come up with something new, something different every show, just to keep things fresh. And it's impossible. It literally is impossible not to want to talk about the things that are happening around the ufology community. So if I talk about Lou 2 or 3 nights in a row, I have to. And a lot of people, some people, not a lot of people, don't like it because it has nothing to do with furthering disclosure. My thing is, let's say we have the discussion for a week and we pick 6 topics, because I'm on 6 days, and we pick 6 topics: ancient aliens, government cover-up, shit from Roswell, Bob Lazar, Rendlesham Forest, we could say, whistleblower evidence. Okay, you got 6 things. Now, what do I talk about next week? What do I talk about after 6 days of doing something different? Right? There's not much left. I mean, there is, but it's not interesting to me to keep talking about the same things over and over. So I just want you to know, the way this show is designed, it is current events, UFO gossip, and we do talk about videos. We try to figure things out. Tonight I'm going to play part of a Shrat episode. We'll talk about him. We'll talk about the episode. Third Phase of Moon always has something we can talk about. Hidden Underbelly. So, these things that keep coming around on a daily basis is what we do here. So if you think I'm going to be like Richard Dolan and have one monotone talk, interesting it may be, that's not here. All right, we do it, but it's just not my style. It's just not what we're into. And I like talking about things that are different than everybody else. And I think that's why a lot of people like coming here. It's not the same thing. They may hate me. They may like me. what can I do? I'm just one dude with one opinion who's been in the field almost 2 decades, who's got shitloads of hours with the camera in his hand, going out, doing boots on the ground research, still trying to do it. You know? A lot of people don't even last a few months in this field. So to be here 18 years and doing some shit that may have some meaning, I'm proud of that, because a lot of people, especially with the Gomez thing, saying, oh, well, this guy what has he done for ufology? Well, if you're asking that question, you clearly didn't look me up. So that's what I have to talk about. I can't talk about things like if you were to go to Alien Scientist's show, he's talking about creating free energy, and he's a scientist type of guy. I think he's, one of those high IQ guys who knows a lot of shit about physics and all that. That's not Giordano. No. And I always wanted this show to be a conversation as if we were talking face to face, which is why I don't have a lot of interviews. I'm trying to bring the public into this part of our circle here with Goofon Lives. And I think that is going to change a lot of stuff in and around Goofon, at least, because we are going to get your opinions, your thoughts, if you want to talk, because you do have that opportunity at 11 p.m. every night now. Until I just can't do it anymore. I may have somebody else do that show. Speaking of which, I was talking about having somebody run the birthday show, and only, 2 people, I think, threw in their hats. But I think I was leaning with Dorothy. So Dorothy, I'm gonna contact you later. I want to talk to you about this. I'm just saying it's still up in the air. But Thursday it's going to be 1 hour. The first hour of the show would be somebody else, just because I want to do something different. And I think that would be neat. And hey, you never know. You never know what can come of it. People are watching all around. People are listening every day. And I think it would be, what I really want to do is I would love to have once a week somebody do it for an hour. And then I just come in the last half hour. Or maybe they can do the whole show, whatever, and I can produce it. I don't know, man. I'm looking to stir shit up a little bit, just make it more interesting here at Goofon. Mr. Kegler, Brian, a continuing supporter of Goofon, no doubt, says, and he's talking about the 3 videos, the Gimbal, Go Fast, and Tic-Tac. Lue's grainy videos are nothing compared to Greer's 2001 disclosure seminar at the NPC. I just wish he could have kept it there. CE5 makes him look like a wannabe cult leader. What a great segue into what we're going to talk about right now, because that is hitting the nail on the head. Great super chat for $10, by the way. I got to give you that, because we're going to go right into that right now, and I'm going to leave that up for a minute. Thank you, Brian Kegler, with the very smart and very exact. What I don't know, gush, all over. Every now and then I mess up. Thank you very much. So I want to talk about that. Because Lue, now you want to say Greer, because Lue's saying this. Lue's called, and I don't know if he meant a bunch of us that are with Greer or follow Greer or whatever. Look, I like Greer. I really do. I think some things he says are full of it, because there's no proof of a lot of this stuff. The CE5 evidence that the things he's captured were just awful, in my opinion. Just sorry. Now, imagine if it was a little different and Greer actually caught something that wasn't flares or wasn't a crazy-looking dummy flying through the through the air that he's calling an alien. I mean, it looks like Kazoo from the Flintstones, you know? But that's what Lue used to say a year ago about Greer. That, especially when he was on Sold Out Radio, he says, I don't negotiate with terrorists, meaning him and I guess us. He called him a crybaby. He called him recently, about 10 days ago, a criminal, a cult-like leader. Brian, there's nothing wrong with what you said, because it does look like that, doesn't it? And if you ever knew what cult leaders look like, you look at Greer. And but he's not a cult leader. It just looks that way. That would be like me going out, starting my own goof-on conference and calling it, I don't know, G22, whatever I want. And if I all of a sudden said, hey, all these years I've been talking shit about psychics and not being able to talk to aliens, I can frickin' do it. And I was afraid to tell you. What if I said that? Some of you would come aboard on that just because. Because either you think you can do it or you like the way it's presented. I don't know. But some of you might follow me on that journey. Greer has always done the CE5 thing. It just got publicized and more public than ever, after the NPC thing was interrupted by 9/11 and just got swept under the rug, and nobody talked about it because 9/11 happened. Yeah. So Lue now is talking like Greer and saying the same things Greer's saying. Why? Do you really think Lue knows more about the aliens than we do? No, I really don't. I think Lue is trying to tap in to what Greer already tapped into. I think Lue is looking for his next chapter in this field by saying, hey, it's possible these aliens can communicate. He says, I don't know. But apparently, there's a way that people are talking to them. I'm paraphrasing what Lue said. What if we can talk to aliens using our minds in this esoteric world we live in? It's an amazing turnaround from Lue saying, hey, they're a threat. We don't know where they come from. Well, wow, whoa, wait a minute. You mean to tell me the guy from inside the government, Pentagon, ATIP and all that shit, the secret guy in the secret program comes out and now he's saying, after it was all a threat, we might be able to talk to him. Wow. I mean, wow. Don't you find that amazing? I do. I do. I find this rather hypocritical. And that happens all the time with people on that side of ufology. Now, if you haven't noticed, I don't say left or right anymore. I'm saying those people who don't agree with us, because not everybody is from the left, even though most of them are. But there are a few people out there who for the sake of the argument. It has nothing to do with politics. And it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. This shouldn't have anything to do with politics, but it does. Lue politicized things more than anybody by going on major mainstream media and talking about these things. And it started out with the threat. Then the threat went away after the 180 days. And then Lue started his little campaign going on minuscule shows, and big shows too. I mean, he's going all around. It really is weird that the guy who was on 60 Minutes, that the guy who was a secret Pentagon UFO insider is literally making threats to people that don't agree with him, openly saying that, hey, don't you think that I could find out all the dirt I want? I mean, I worked for I did counterintelligence. Don't you think I know people that can pull dirt up on everybody? There's people who've been arrested 5 times that have felony this. There's people who are abusive to women. There are people that and I'm going to put it all out there. Ooh. Have you ever looked up yourself on one of these things that, shows the history of where you live, who your family is? It's pretty scary, but it's damn inaccurate. Mark my words now, today, March 8th, at 9:33 p.m. Eastern, that shit is going to come up on people that is freaking wrong. Complete bold-faced lies. And, maybe I'll pull myself up tomorrow just to see what's out there on me. I did it years ago. And there was a guy who lived near me with the same 3 initials. And everybody thought it was me because I said I lived in a certain city. And this guy didn't live that far from me, 5 miles, but it was the same city. But it wasn't me. And I always wanted to reach out to that poor Rich and ask him, hey, you ever get any hate mail? Ever get pizzas delivered to your place? See, they didn't know where I was because it wasn't in my name at that time. Nothing was. It's weird. I just got a PayPal from Dorothy, $2.22. What is this? You got a message for Tuesday. That's great. Thank you. 222. Thank you, Dorothy. A major supporter to the show in more ways than one. Thank you, DH, for the $2.22 super PayPal donation. All over Lou. Mucho gusto, generoso. Thanks, Dorothy. I heard the tick-tick. I changed the sound. All right, I need a quick drink. I need some protein. You know what I'm going to do? I got a video I want to show you. Let me pull this up. I think this is it. Oh. I'm going to show it anyway. You're going to think I already showed this one yesterday. Oh, I did. Never mind. I must have uploaded it twice. No. No. I'll play this. I don't know if I can, but I will. All right, this is funny. Only because this was like 20-something, 30 years ago. And everybody's seen this clip. But I want you to think about something. And I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But why trust the government? Because that's who Lou is. That's Christopher Mellon. You could even say Nick Pope is government because he worked at the MOD for 3 years. For 1,000 days I worked at the MOD. All these people work for the government, right? One way or the other. And I don't know why these Lue supporters trust him so much. It's weird. It's like they drank some Kool-Aid with Magic Lou. Thank God it ain't Magic Mike. Gosh. I don't know what I'm doing. Brother-in-law. You recognize it in 3, 2. The only reason I'm showing this clip, it's because people love America. I love America. I mean, forever and ever, amen. But you got to remember, we pay them to tell us the truth. We pay them to lie. We pay them to keep us safe, and we don't even care why. We just want to know, can we pay our bills? Can we get to work? Will I have food on the table? Who gives a shit about UFOs? But if we have the tic-tac in our arsenal, then maybe Lue did his job. Hold on. Maybe Lue actually did his job. Disinfo guy. That's what he is. I think Lue is disinfo. I think this all has to do with a super technology that may be the tic-tac. And to say it's not China or Russia and it can't even be ours, that's what Lue does. Now he's trying to get us thinking the woo. Because if he goes into the woo of ufology, then that means, because a lot of you believe Lue, that means there's something we don't know, and that may mean Greer was right. I was wrong. It's very confusing, and to confuse me is exactly what Lue wants to do. Not just me, you, everybody. They're making this very confusing. Wouldn't you agree? To go from a threat to, hey, we might be able to talk to them. And if Lue thinks we might be able to talk to them, then that means we probably are talking to them. If you really want to think outside the box, somebody's talking to them.
Say why America is the greatest country in the world?
There is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What a dick! What a horrible thing to say. We have the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. My God, that's awful. We're the greatest country in the world because of all of that stuff. What we're doing tonight, it's very possible you can go to jail for, prison in another country, talking bad about the government. Can you imagine? And I want you to think about this for a second, because what I went through, what Area 503 went through, what truth seekers went through, having our channels messed with because of how we speak, what we say, and who we say it about, goes against everything American, everything First Amendment, everything America stands for and makes this country great. Lue's a part of that. Lue wants to shut us down. He would love it if I never said another word again. Maybe, just maybe, I'm doing Lue a disservice by saying he's lying about this, that, and the other thing, because Lue has a job to do. And maybe that is to bring disinformation out to the public. Well, let me tell you something. He didn't have to do shit. Nobody had to. Nobody had to do anything because UFOlogy was at a standstill. We were going nowhere and going nowhere now. I know. You think we're going somewhere. Lou's got the magic potion. He's going to make everything work. He got that shitty room, the AOI MSG. I don't know how much he had to do with that. I only know what they tell us. Is his signature anywhere on those documents to get that AOI MSG room inside the DOD at the Pentagon? I'd like to know if Mellon's signature is there too. How much were they involved? I've never seen a picture, a photograph, any evidence that they did anything, including Leslie Keane, who was also working side by side with Lue. I like to believe people. I really do. But when we're talking about UFOs and aliens and the possibility that we may have disclosure on the table, I need evidence. I just can't take somebody's word for it. Neither should you. This is a very crazy topic that we deal with. Anytime you mention it to a stranger, what do they say? What do you mean, UFOs? I see people look at the stickers on my car, little tiny stickers with alien or it says UFO hunter on it, and I see them behind me doing this. And then they read my license plate, seeing UFOs, and then I see them looking down, and then I see them look at me and they're trying to see if they can see me in my car, it looks like. And then they do this. Every now and then you see somebody do this. UFOs. You can almost read their lips. People are fascinated by this topic. It is easy to manipulate people who don't know anything. And that's what Lue is doing. And I want to know why. I want to know the secret. Is it because we have the tic-tac? Is it? Because if we don't, then why have it? If the tic-tac is real, we have to say it is because there's stories out there. It's just not enough people for me. How many people say the tic-tac is real that have seen them? Seriously, I want you to think about this with me, okay? Forget about the videos we see on the internet. I'm talking a real tic-tac sighting. Apparently was seen by all those people in the Navy, right? How many of them came forward? David Fravor, Alex Dietrich, the guy at the radar, what's his name? Kevin Day. And then you have the other guy, the other radar guy, I can't remember his name. So you got 4 people. And then you got Ryan, the other pilot. Ryan Graves, is it? 5. And then you've got a couple of more people that I can't remember their names. 7 people who say they saw the tic-tac out of thousands. That's it. How hard is it to make up a story, a script, and say that the tic-tac is real with 7 people. Not that hard. And why would they make it up? Disinfo. To throw off the sightings, things we've been seeing in the sky. But only 7 people come forward? Mr. DB Cooper 77 with a $10 super question. Let's ask a real question. Oh, I like this. What is the best evidence that's out? What is the best evidence that's out there? Everyone will run circles around that question. Let's answer that and let's dive into it. I've tried this over and over. Rich has too. What is the best evidence that us out? You have to rewrite that. You don't have to put any money down. What does that mean? Can you rewrite what is the best evidence that us out? Do you mean that's out there? Everyone will run circles around that question. Let's answer that and let's dive into it. Can you please just rewrite that so I understand what you mean? What is the best evidence? Thank you for the $10 super chat, by the way, while you're rewriting that. Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper 77 for the $10 real question. What is the best evidence that us out? Echoes, a rewrite. Mucho gusto, generoso. Continuing supporter of Goof On. So there has to be a top 5. Best evidence that is out. Okay. Real quick, what is the best evidence that is out? Wow. Thank you for the super chat. Everyone will run circles around that question. That's tough. If I was to say the best evidence that's out there, I would have to go with, and I don't know anymore. I was going to say some of those drone videos that we've seen where the objects come out of nowhere. You can see, remember the last one we played on from Third Phase? That thing came out of the trees and it looked really strange. I think those are cool. I know I've captured one, but that's not the best evidence. Is there really any evidence? Huh. Yeah, the one on Samford's list in 52. That's a really tough one. You can't say, all right, let's go through some major things here. We don't have any evidence other than audio for the Rendlesham Forest. Betty and Barney Hill, I mean, you could say that's been debunked. But that evidence is even shady right now. And there is no evidence. It's just regression and their story. So Betty and Barney Hill, bip. Go back to Roswell. That would have to be the big one, right? Because the government admitted it and then they retracted it. But there's no evidence. It's all stories and digital lie detector tests, which, voice, the new ones they have that can tell whether your voice is shady or not. Come on. Ah, man. Lord Ludacris says, I sent you a video of some wild-ass tech that's like, yeah, I know. I wanted to get that together and do it justice, so I didn't really do anything with it. I think that was yours. I've got a couple of things that I want to look at closer. Yeah, that's technology. We're talking about UFOs, man. Hey, somebody had bought me a coffee. Who's this person? I don't see who bought me the coffee. It doesn't tell me. Yeah, I forgot I have this buy me a coffee thing. Let me see who that is. Five supporters. Who's the last one? I hate this thing. AU bought a coffee. And then it says someone. Let me go see if I can find out who that someone. Log in. I'm in. Oh, okay. J.H. Zeminski, 47 minutes ago. And AU, you last night. Thank you very much. We have 3% of the 1,000. Once we get to 1,000, we are going to have someone join me for an investigation, all paid for. Okay, let me look. I can't think of anything. I don't know. The Phoenix Lights, there's no evidence. And by the way, the Phoenix Lights anniversary is this Sunday, I believe. I'll be doing a show on that probably Friday. Because I don't know if I want to do a Sunday show. I need a day off. Because now, we're doing 3 hours every night now. Yeah, I really don't know. This is the toughest thing of all time. DB Cooper 77 with the $5 super chat. Exactly, Rich. I try and go back and forth with cases. This is a question for everyone. What is the most important case? It only takes one case. Oh, okay, the Turkey UFO. Right. That's a good one. The Turkey UFO. Game Vet. Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper, for the $5 super question. Game Vet has that video that's been seen around the world, the tubular things. That's very popular nowadays. But I still feel like there's a man-made answer to those. Even though we can't explain it, it is unidentified. But that doesn't qualify as the best evidence. I wish it did. It's cool as hell. Tracy Kane with the $5 super sticker. Thank you very much. Let's see what your sticker is here. I'm waiting for the chat to roll, because I haven't been on it in a while. There it is. It is a Kung Fu Fox saying, whoo, 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 whoo. Thank you very much, Tracy C. We'll do this one. Thank you, Tracy Kane, with a $5 super sticker. The Fox in the hen house. Mucho gusto, generoso. Whoa. Thank you, Tracy. A continuing supporter of Goofon. And I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm getting messages. Cash App. Oh, the Cash App. $22 from Babs. Thank you very much. Unbelievable. That's huge. Thank you very much. A $22 Cash App. Babs Williamson, thank you very much. We'll give you one of these. Thanks, Babs, for the $22 super chat. Mucho gusto, generoso, gosh. I saw the future. You can't throw that up while I'm doing a celebration. How could you throw that up there in the middle of that? Mr. D.B. Cooper with another $5. I'm trying to figure out this phenomenon. Wilcock is building flying cars. The irony. Thank you. Yeah. I know there was a show on earlier tonight. Truth Seekers was talking about David Wilcock and his flying cars. No, he wasn't talking about the flying cars. He mentioned it. But Wilcock is just, he is literally, pound for pound, the biggest fraud in ufology. Biggest fraud. Pound for pound. He keeps coming up with something that will make him money. Wouldn't you agree with that? He's a continuing, he's a habitual bullshit artist who can't do anything on the up and up. How do you live with yourself? How does he put his head on his pillow every night and say, I did good for the field? Even I don't feel that confident. I feel like we're trying to do the right thing, but imagine being Wilcock. Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper 77 for the $5. It's crazy. This is the field we're in, Cooper. Mr. DB. So, if you were to erase Wilcock, Good, anything CE5, Greer, any of those other people out there who are bullshitters and lying and their evidence doesn't hold up to water, where would we be? Would we believe? It's the toughest field I've ever seen. There's nothing tougher than this. If you were to go into spiritual stuff, scratch that. If you were to go into ghost hunting only, ghost hunting has it's all bullshit. This is why it's so frustrating. Brian Kegler with $2 super chat says South African middle school landing. Of course, that is phenomenal. How do you deny that? The school kids, there was 2 of those, right? The South African kids was in 77, something like that. Amazing that they saw a UFO. They were in their classrooms and look out the window and see something. And they go over to the window and see an object. They go out there. The kids just decided to get up and run outside, right? Isn't that how it was told? And the teachers came out after them and they saw this UFO appear out of thin air. And then it stopped. And somehow the aliens came out. And they walked up towards the couple of the children and talked to them telepathically. And they said, this is a great segue into what is going on, I think. I'll tell you. And they told the school children, through the means of telepathy, you are ruining your planet with technology. You are going to, technology is going to be your demise. Get back in the ship, and it recedes back into the forest and disappears. They were interviewed by John Mack, one of the greatest researchers ever, and had the children separated, and they all drew the same alien, the same spaceship, generally. A little variations here and there. But they matched up. They all saw it. And then 50 years later, or whatever it was, 40 years later, they did the reunion, and it was an amazing story. And they still believe to this day what they saw really happened. How do you deny that? Was that a brainwave technology that we had in the 30 years after Roswell? So imagine Roswell being real, and we're working with this technology and have the ability to automatically fly UFOs, build them. I don't know. But 30 years is a long time. to back engineer, figure something out. What if, and I don't know if the alien craft was working from Roswell after they recovered both of the crash sites, you know, there was bodies and all that stuff. I'm wondering now, because we're talking about aliens leaving their spaceship, walking up to humans and talking to them telepathically. People have talked about that their whole lives. People have had experiences they can't explain, abductions they can't explain, and you would swear they were telling the truth. They would swear they're telling the truth. What if, now hear me out, what if all of that stuff, the aliens, the abductions, the UFOs, what if it was us? What if we figured out this technology? And we've had, according to some people believe we've had free energy since the 40s, early 50s. Greer believes that, I think. Some other people. If that's true, maybe the aliens are us. I talked to Third Phase about that last night. And they had some good theories on that. What if it is us? You know, and everything is just, it's all bullshit. It's to get us thinking that aliens are here when what we really have is mind-altering technology where we can talk to you without moving our mouths. And what if we have hybrid humans? I'm not saying they're alien. I'm saying what if they were bred with something here on Earth to look a little different? What if we put octopus DNA and human DNA together and created a way to make us, you know, fit in with the background like an octopus? You know how they do that? The octopus can land on a rock and look like the rock. Well, I don't know, man. Because then you got Bigfoot to throw in there. Like, people believe in Bigfoot, man. I know that's a crypto thing. It doesn't mean it's alien. Bigfoot could be an earthly being that is so smart that we don't know where or how it existed with us here being almost 8 billion people. Good one, Brian. Thank you very much for the $2 super chat question and a continuing supporter of GoofOn. Jesus, man, I've been talking straight. Didn't even play hardly any videos. Let's take 2 minutes. And a little bit of advertising goes a long way because April 5th, Above Top Secret comes out. And you guys are you're gonna thank me that I pumped it up the way I did, because it really is going to be the biggest documentary in the last, 10 years probably. It's freaking awesome. I'm not just saying that. It really is. And check it out in 5, 4, 3. See, I don't like this bar. I got to start over. It shouldn't be there. Anyway, let me get that out of there. See, now it's gone. Shouldn't have been there in the first place. That gush.
If the crash retrievals are true, then all bets are off.
It's very hard for people to get their minds around where the real power is. And it's not at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The reality is something much more stark.
They've been working on this for 60, 70, perhaps 80 years.
The reason why the government is talking about these UFOs now They're getting ready for the next level of war.
Are these objects a national security concern?
They're proffering a narrative of a national security threat that doesn't exist.
I call them alien reproduction vehicles. They're made by private corporations somewhere on this planet.
Technology from Roswell from 1947 has largely been held back from us.
Portal technology, teleportation, whatever you can imagine, it's already been done.
The biggest secrets are not the zero-point energy and electrogravitics. It's the science of consciousness. All their communication systems are moving through the consciousness field and are thought actuated. The people at the CIA call it WSFM, weird science and frickin' magic. The transdimensional interstellar technology will benefit humanity.
There has been tremendous disinformation.
The media is keeping secrets with the government.
These are lethal, vicious people. And I'm focused on exposing the extraordinary technologies that they want to keep secret. No aspect of life on Earth will be unaffected by them.
My God. With that being said, I am now going to show you part of Michael Schratt. His video he put out a couple of days ago on the 3rd. UFO contactee reveals historical flying saucer design. But I'm starting at 3/4 of the way through. And this is where it's contactee Howard Menger. And then we'll go... And then I'm going to let it run for about 2 to 3 minutes. So check this out. This is from Blue Room Media, Michael Schratt.
Contactee Howard Menger. Interesting gentleman. Spoke to him on the phone once, long time ago. But what I think is very interesting as we move forward here is the model that was put together. And we'll move forward here. This is the prototype model. Howard Menger's HMX1-1951 prototype scale model. Apparently, they were in the process of building a full-scale version with a very advanced propulsion system. Difficult to pin down exactly what happened with all that because it kind of gets into a little bit of a gray area, but this is the proposal that they had for this particular configuration. Here we have Howard Menger with the model itself. Love to see that model today. I just wonder if it's still around. Be great to see that model today. Did a little bit of a blow up here. This is a copy of a 4-foot radio-controlled electrocraft built and flown successfully by Howard Menger in 1951. A man-carrying model is in the planning stage. Would love to see that. It'd be great to actually see a man-carrying version and what the propulsion system is. And we'll do another blow up here. HMX1-1951 electrocraft. Nice model. Well done. Well done. Over here, we've got Howard Menger in the center, and then over to the right, we've got Bruce Maccabee. So that's what we have on this particular photograph. John Carpenter and Bruce Maccabee together, 600 DPI, and again, credit goes to Antonio Hunes for this particular collection. Researcher John Keel and Doug Skinner. John Keel was a groundbreaker researcher, multiple authored books with his name on it. Credit goes to John Keel for bringing this research to the populace within multiple books. John Schuessler, MUFON founder, researcher John Schuessler. We have to give credit to John Schuessler for really starting a lot of this. He was the beginning founder of MUFON. Multiple lectures, many different cases that he's examined, multiple books he was involved in. So we have to give credit for John Schuessler for actually spearheading this research and bringing it to the public. Here he is at Kennedy Space Center discussing some of the research that he was involved in. So again, credit goes to John Schuessler. Leo Sprinkle, psychologist, researcher. Leo Sprinkle has done some very good research, and we want to give credit to Leo Sprinkle as well.
Pretty cool. That's Blue Room Media. Check it out. Michael Schratt got his own channel, putting up stuff every week, a couple of times a week. So don't forget to go like, share, and subscribe over there. And of course, I'll put the link in the description after the show. There were some things I didn't get to yesterday that I will get to now. There isn't really much in the way of... hold on a second. Yeah, that's right. The aliens and the law of attraction. I mean, Lue is saying that if there's a certain amount, it's very possible that if a lot of people think about aliens at one time, he thinks it's possible we could bring them here or be a beacon. You know how I feel about the law of attraction. I swear by it. Really, I do. And I know a lot of people out there don't really believe in it because you don't know how to do it. But whether you're doing it or not, you're always attracting whatever you're thinking of. So if you're a negative person and you're constantly thinking, shit, this ain't going to happen, that's not going to work, everything always goes bad for me, well, that's a continuing cycle. There's a reason why you continually have bad luck. You wake up in the morning, you stub your toe, and that it starts off this chain reaction of bad things. Shit, I stubbed my toe again. Damn it, I always stub my toe every morning. Why don't I move that thing? And then, next thing you know, you're slipping in the shower, you're hitting your head on the wall. You get in your car, you're going too fast, you get a ticket, and so on and so forth. People like that who say, I always have a black cloud over my head. Well, that's because that's the way you think. Capiche? All right. Joe Rogan and Tom DeLonge.
Essentially,
I want to play this real quick. I just thought this was interesting.
Guided in the same way microwaves are guided through tuned tubes. And this goes to their amplifying cavities and through the projectors that are in the bottom of the craft.
God, I wish I was smart enough to know whether or not he's full of shit.
Well, I can. So what he's saying is that there's a gravity wave that's accessible on a really large element that extends beyond the perimeter of the atom. Mm-hmm. And when you bombard that element with one particle, kind of like what we were talking about before, it goes through a tuned tube, like a very tiny miniature CERN. Mm-hmm. CERN's like a big magnet. It holds a particle in a very specific spot. It hovers. It shoots and it hits that. It decays. It becomes this matter.
Now, let me ask you this. How often into a conversation do people look at you and think you are fucking crazy?
It's essentially guided in the same...
All the time. Hey, Tom DeLonge does say some interesting things every now and then, but he's just an echo chamber for things he's heard. There's nothing Tom DeLonge says that's original.
It's November.
I think I can play this. It's called Orbs Collide. I've just never seen anything like this before. The proof is out there. This is from History Channel. I think this is from Ancient Aliens.
2014, and a Chilean Navy helicopter is on routine patrol near the capital, Santiago.
Oh,
Something
right.
catches the technician's eye.
Remember this?
He points his camera. This is what he captures.
All right, and then what you're going to see may shock you.
Large overlapping orbs. Check it out. They're moving in unison. Maybe they're even connected. The Chilean government studied this video for 2 years before releasing it to the public. For forensic investigator Chase Klotsky, the plumes are an intriguing sight.
I've just never seen anything like this before.
And why would Chase Klotsky ever see anything like this?
And the plume, like, what is that?
Oh, gee, couldn't be a contrail. God, it couldn't be. First of all, I noticed something with this clip. I will bet, this is a helicopter. And whatever kind of propulsion it's got, it's emitting this plume. I think that's a helicopter. There's something above this thing. It looks like blades.
So unusual. Is it gas?
You'll see it in a second.
One thing Klotsky is certain about. The video
Watch.
is not a hoax.
This case is absolutely the real deal. Chile actually openly investigates their UFOs. So when the Chilean government comes out and says this is something that has the characteristics of a UAP, you can take it to the bank.
It's November.
Yeah, the Chilean army, UFO experts. Yeah. Those people believe a lot of shit. They are way too open-minded over there. Sorry, not sorry. It's true.
It's January 9th.
Incredible shape-shifting UFO spotted. You guys want to laugh a little bit? All right, let's have a little bit of a laugh. I think this is what I think it is.
2017, and we're in the heel of the Italian boot.
First of all, let me tell you, what they're doing on this channel is a disgrace to ufology on this show. Ancient Aliens. This is an absolute disgrace what they're doing. Yeah, sometimes they do get both sides of it, but they tend to believe every freaking thing is aliens.
At 7:38 p.m., Lucio Margiotta, a teacher at the Music Academy of Salento, records something strange in the sky.
Cilantro?
Si sta aprendo.
And continues to expand until it forms a circular donut.
Oh, this isn't the one. Oh, I thought this was another one. Yeah, this is weird.
Dio signore.
It was shot with a cell phone camera. And they're just not that good at taking nighttime photographs.
D'Antonio.
The camera itself may have some junk on the lens.
Do you hear what he's saying? There's dirt on the lens.
See, as it goes in and out of focus, okay, it's almost like there's moisture on the lens.
I can't.
But while D'Antonio says that lens issue might create the circle image and the phasing, he still can't pinpoint the original source of that light in the sky. He rules out a laser or spotlight because they would have to reflect off the clouds. And it was a clear night. Beyond that, he's stumped.
I'm not saying that it's not an actual unidentified flying object. So it's a mystery. We don't know what it is.
It's unidentified, you schmohawk. D'Antonio. I think, who's that guy we were just talking about? The bald guy, what's his name? I can't think of it. Not McCabe, McAfee. Well, some of these people like D'Antonio and Jim Delatoso, people who analyze footage for these TV shows, sometimes, I gotta say, obviously they're paid to say something a certain way or they won't be on that show. And I am positive, because it's happened to me when I was on a show and I was talking about, remember when they, the FLIR footage from Mexico, and they saw the orbs in the sky and they were going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And remember the Mexican FLIR footage? That was from 2004. I was on a show and they told me, because I was saying that it's been debunked, and they told me, don't say it's been debunked. I said, well, it has been. Yeah, but don't say it. Just tell us what it was like when you first saw it. And I said, okay. So I told them how I felt when I first saw, and it was still a little bit on the skeptical side. They never used it. They just decided not to use what I said about that. And it was very good what I said. But they want a narrative their way. And what sells more than anything? The possibility that aliens exist, not the possibility they don't. So it is what it is, and it sucks. You know? It sucks. What is this? Hold on. How aliens... Hey, aliens, now would be a good time for that trick of yours, disabling nukes. People on Reddit are thinking that Russia is going to go crazy and talk about nuking everybody.
March 2020.
But let's take one look at this here. Here's another one from Ancient Aliens.
The good people of Wichita, Kansas are going about their business. Property manager Mike Marler is one of them. Mike glances to his right and spots this.
What the is this? I noticed in the sky there was something silver. It was long, it was shiny, and then in a matter of seconds it just disappeared.
Tim McMillan uses the location in the video to compare it
No!
from that day. He zeroes in on one craft.
Oh no! No! I didn't watch it. He's an aviation expert.
That is occasionally mistaken for a UFO over Wichita.
The NASA Super Guppy is a very odd-shaped, wide-body cargo aircraft. There was one in Wichita that day.
The Super Guppy can carry up to 26 tons of payload. It looks like a cross between a cargo plane and a Zeppelin. NASA itself says it's often mistaken for a UFO.
I can't believe Tim McShillen is on Ancient fucking Aliens. I can't get over how stupid this field has gotten. How? How does Tim McShillen, who's only been here for a couple of years, get on Ancient Aliens? Because he knows Lue. That's how. And that's what I hate about this field. It's the biggest thing I hate more than anything, because it isn't what you know. And we've seen that with Gomez. It's not what you know in this field. It's who you blow. End of story. It really is. It sucks. Because Tim McShillen shouldn't even be in ufology, first of all. I'll take it back. He can be in ufology. He shouldn't be on Ancient Aliens. Just because he's an aviation expert does not mean he should be on Ancient freaking Aliens. How could he be on there? Wouldn't you want somebody with years of experience? I'm talking a decade or two, not 4 years. Hey, dude, it's a big bubble airplane, man. I'm Tim McShillen. I put the deflate up one day, and the next day I perpetrated a hoax and got everybody over to the deflate over a hoax, a fake fight with science fucking blob. Oh, I hate these fucking liars. I hate them. I hate them with all my might. They do this instead of doing the right thing. They meander around the truth, and they suck at what they do, and they think they're freaking perfect. They think they belong on Ancient Aliens. You know what that just tells me? Ancient Aliens is bullshit. It's TV. I haven't watched Ancient Aliens in 5 years because of this shit. And I didn't know Tim McShillen was on more than one episode. This is literally an embarrassment to ufology. It is. They're making fun of ufology with putting a person like, just because he's an aviation expert makes him a UFO guy? I get it. I get the tie-in. Oh, well, he's looking at the video here of this long cylindrical object, but he just looked on an app and saw what airplanes were in the area that could possibly be mistaken for the UFO, and he finds this big, whale-looking plane. Anybody can do that. That doesn't make him an expert in anything. I would rather have a UFO guy who's been in the field for 5 years instead of an aviation expert. And how is Tim McShillen an aviation expert when he was in the Army for a number of years and then became a lieutenant in the police force for several years, retired? When did he have time to get 8,000 hours to be an aviation expert? When did he have time? I'll tell you how. Because the same way he got his job, the same way he got promoted in the Army, the same way he got that job as lieutenant, it's not what he knows, it's who he blows. And with that, we're done for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. We'll be on Goof on Lives in about 35 minutes. If you want to join us, we'll talk about tonight's show. So join us over there. I want to thank the moderators and super chatters for everything. Fantastic night. Thank you for your support. You can keep supporting the show, PayPal, Cash App, or you can wait for the next show on Goof on Lives at 11. And thank you to the veterans and the newcomers for subscribing, giving the show a chance. Without you, we don't grow, we don't reach more people, and we want to reach everybody. And I don't care how we get there. Let's just do it the right way. We don't buy subs here. We don't buy views. We don't buy likes. We don't buy comments. Everything's organic here on Goof On. That's why people hate us, because we're successful without cheating. We'll see you in 35 minutes on Goof on Lives. If I don't, I'll see you tomorrow night. That's it.
There's look at this thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over Jerusalem, and why did it sound like the most treasured site in Christianity?
UFO,